It's clear this is what the Democrat leadership and the media want people to believe. America is a racist place, filled with racist people, with a history comprising little more than racism. If they are empowered in 2020, they will act forcefully on those false assumptions, and they will do all they can to ensure that opposing views are smothered and banished from the public square and political life. The socialists' mania for racism dominates their rhetoric and appeals, but it's an utterly false portrayal of the America in which I was raised. Nearly all the kids in my San Joaquin Valley schools were from Mexican immigrant families, were descendants of Azorean Portuguese like me, or were Okies, whose families escaped the Dust Bowl in the 1930s and came to California to work as farmhands. There was a sense of solidarity among office farming families, regardless of where our parents came from. That harmony is exactly what the socialists are trying to negate and destroy. They lump anyone from south of the border into the artificial category of Latino, falsely insisting they all have a common history, culture, and most important, a common struggle against racist oppression in America. Their individuality and family history are stripped away in order to bring them into the socialist fold. Socialist regimes tend to excel at propaganda. That's by necessity. Socialism is a resentful ideology that exploits and widens class conflict, racial strife, and other social cleavages, pitting countrymen against one another. They have to have an intensive propaganda operation to make this ideology seem appealing. In America today, among the Democratic Party, the mainstream media, and the social media barons and tech oligarchs, this propaganda network already exists. This book will lay out the network. President Trump, Republicans, and the lingering non-socialist Democrats in Congress are the only thing holding back this socialist tide. The choice could not be clearer. If you believe, as I do, that your neighbors and countrymen are not detestable racists, but decent, hard-working, generous, and open-hearted people, if you believe that America is a grand experiment in self-rule that is worth preserving and continuing, if you believe that America has led the worldwide struggle for freedom and stood at the forefront of the battle against totalitarian fascism and communism, and if you believe that 1 million immigrants come to America every year, and millions more want to come because they understand America is a land of opportunity and generosity, then on Election Day, you must help keep socialist Democrats as far as possible from the levers of power. And make no mistake, power is what motivates the socialists. Their promises to instill racial harmony and to provide unaffordable, undeliverable free goods and services are a ruse to achieve power, seize control of the economy, and dictate what you can and cannot do in your personal life to a far greater extent than Americans have ever experienced. Practically speaking, there's not much difference between socialism, fascism, communism, and other kinds of totalitarianism. They all share a common goal: total government power over the individual. The Democrat-socialist fantasies must remain precisely that, mere fantasies. I'm writing this book for the conservatives, independents, and moderate Democrats, the everyday patriots, who can help stem the socialist tide. It's up to you to act on the information in this book, however you see fit. But reading this book is, and of itself, an important step. Unlike what you read in the biggest newspapers or on social media websites, these are my unfiltered words coming directly to you, completely outside the suppression and censorship that occurs in the disinformation funnel described in this book. If you want the unvarnished truth about how your information is being manipulated, turn the page.